Hello, welcome to Morning Musume Monday. My name is Jake, and I will be your host for this evening. I would like, if you'll permit me, to introduce my co-host, a man of poise, style, and grace. Who could not be here today, so instead I have this guy.
Have you seen Michiro?
You're in the wrong TV show, you idiot.
Have you seen Michiro?
This week we are going to be reviewing the B-sides to I No Gundan and Wagamama Ki I No Joke. We're kicking off these B-sides with Funwari Koibito, which stars Arena, Hosan, Kanon, Ayumi, and Sakura. Very strange mashup of voices. By the way, was Arena even in this song? Because I don't think I heard her even once. This song was very different from stuff that Tsunku's made before, but at the same time, it's also telling of him as a songwriter.
I hate the male voices in this one. I wish they didn't exist, and I want them out, I say. It's bad enough that Tsunku puts himself into so many of the Morning Musume songs, but then when he contracts random Japanese, or even worse, random deep-voiced American singers to do weird little like in his songs, it just creeps me out, for one, because I know that that's probably like a 37-year-old, male studio singer who's making like these pervy like sounds, while a 13-year-old is shaking her tatas singing this song. Like, I just don't like it.
In my opinion, the instrumentals of this song were really wasted on very good vocals. I think even Hosan was tolerable, minus the god-awful high notes that she hit, loosely using the word hit.
Second thing I dislike was the rapping. The rapping in this song wasn't as bad as it could have been, but generally speaking, I just don't like rapping in Morning Musume numbers. It's just not anybody's strong suit.
I disagree with Jacob. I actually really liked Ayumi's rapping. I did not like the male voice that was present in this song. It was graining and annoying, but Ayumi's rapping was fantastic. I think that Ayumi's rapping, compared to the soft vocals, worked in a much more effective way than they did in Watashi no Dekai Hana, in which the song had Ayumi rapping next to Reina's soft vocals, but something was a little discordant about it, where this one, it flowed in a nice way.
The orchestrations were banal and generic. They didn't necessarily sound like, Method Tsunku, but that didn't make them better. They sort of sounded like that one track off that one Lady Gaga album that you always skip. That's what this first song was like for me.
I also think that Kanon delivered some really kickin' vocals, and I think that her voice was big enough and rich enough while not being overpowering, and really showcased what she can do as a singer. And it makes me sad that she doesn't sing more, because her vocals were the best and she gets the gold star for this song. Next we have Brea, which features Sayumi, Mizuki, Haruna, Masaki, and Kudo.
This is Hyper Dance Revolution Sayuya!
This song sounds more like what Tsunku has been comfortable with lately, and I think that Sayumi's light, airy vocals really added a lightheartedness to this song. However, I think that the other vocals that accompanied this song that were so low in range added a weird grittiness to it that I didn't like, and it didn't sound right, and a lot of the notes sounded a little sour.
The weird thing about this one, even though I really liked it, there was something about this one that, there was something about this that sounded a lot like other Tsunku stuff. Not a singular Tsunku song, it sounded like lots of different Tsunku songs. In fact, to me, something about this song was a little bit like a Franken Tsunku song. Like, he took bits and pieces that worked from other like upbeat synthy songs, mashed them all together, especially in the vocal line, and created this beautiful processed monstrosity. It lives!
This song had the opposite problem as the previous song, where the instrumental track was really great, but I don't think that the vocals complemented the instrumentals in a nice kinetic way.
Interesting side note, the first song seemed to drone on forever. The second song, the second B-side, went by almost too quickly for me. So, even if it wasn't the catchiest song in the world, there was something about it that I enjoyed listening to, and it made time go by faster in a good way. Song 3. This third B-side sounded a little bit like song 1 and 2, got really, really drunk on some sake, started chatting about how they expected different things for their debut. One thing led to another, and then 9 months later, out popped this third B-side.
Finally, we have Makeru Ki Shinai. That one.
It literally sounded like a mashup of the first two.
This song started out as a cool, different take on a dubstep song, and then kind of devolved into a conflicted jumble of the previous two songs.
In its defense, it wasn't all bad. It was actually pretty fun. There was just something about it though that I would start to get into it, and then all of a sudden Tsunku would throw in these random high notes and it would pull me back out. I think the problem was not only that were the girls singing kind of all over, but they would be singing low in a minor key, and then all of a sudden he would modulate it to a major key and make the girls sing a very strained high note. And it was a little bit like your alarm going off in the middle of a daydream where you're like, you're into it, it's fine, and then all of a sudden, ah, there's Riho!
Bouncing all over the vocal spectrum, as well as the random vocal pops and vocal drops, just really didn't work. The only thing that I really liked about this song was the wah-ohs, and that was possibly my favorite thing that Tsunku's done since the harmonies in Help Me.
What this song really hit home for me was that one of Tsunku's biggest problems is that he doesn't always structure his songs well. And that's a big problem for him. He makes weird choices like keeping a song in a minor key and then suddenly modulating to a major key for no good reason that doesn't actually serve the song. It's not like he then continues in the major key, he goes back to the minor key, and it's weird, it's disconcerting. I think he thinks it's cool and it's hip and it's out there, but really all I think it does is it distracts from the piece and it pulls the listener out.
Just that small vocal line was really awesome, and I wish that the song had more of that same feel, because those vocals were really cool, and the way that they kind of built upon each other. Again, much like the previous set of B-sides, I feel like these ones just kind of fell a little flat, and it seems like Tsunku really tried very hard and just did not come up with anything successful, and it is to his benefit that he created no B-sides on the AAA side, because they would have, Lord knows, sounded just as delightful as the last several B-sides that he's composed. Not well thought out, badly written, and lacking in more ways than one. These are also our last B-sides that we're doing.
Oh my god!
For now, until more B-sides come out. We finished every single one of the B-sides.
We have covered Morning Musume's entire career from birth to death.
Yes.
Wonderful. And now we can... Singles of A-sides and B-sides. You probably aren't going to get me reviewing a lot of album songs, just maybe some best subs here and there. But now we can move forward and review the singles from this new group, Morning Musume 1-4.
So we will see you guys all again next week when we review one of the other two A-sides that we have not talked about yet. See you guys all again next week. Peace out. Itadakimasu. Uh-oh.